Hello, Sweet Doc Martin friends, and welcome back to today's caffeine and collabing video. It has been a while since I've done one of these, but we are here with our cup of coffee. We are getting caffeinated. We're having a conversation. So today I want to talk about transitioning your style. I had recently went on this adventure and I just felt like a lot of my clothes weren't speaking to me anymore, and obviously I had an overabundance of them. So I wanted to try to help you guys transition your style. You can really curate your wardrobe in such an intriguing way, and I think that that's something we should talk about. So transitioning your style. How do you get started? How do you get out of that funk where you feel like nothing's working for you and your outfits just aren't giving what you want them to give? Number one is to stop thrifting and stop buying. I think this is probably the most common sense approach, because the more you're bringing into your wardrobe, the more confused you're getting, and you're probably picking up pieces that you're still not 100% confident about. And if you're thrifting, you're bringing in a whole bunch of stuff, likely, some people, not so much, that is just kind of confusing your wardrobe. So stop buying, stop thrifting, and just kind of let your clothes do what they're doing. Try to pick pieces already that you have in your wardrobe and then sell, get rid of, donate all the other pieces that just aren't working to your advantage. Number two is to bring in one or two pieces monthly that really speak to you. So I think maybe you should be looking at the secondhand sites. Maybe you're scrolling on some of your favorite websites, fast fashion websites, I don't know. For me, it's Urban Outfitters. I'll occasionally scroll through, obviously, Doc Martens. But you want to kind of scroll, get an idea of what you're loving, get an idea of the pieces that you're like, ooh, okay, I like that. Bring in one or two of those pieces a month. Okay, so we're really curating the items that we're bringing in. We're really thinking, okay, could I live without this? If you can, don't even bother, because you're going to see so much along the way where you're like, wow, I, honest to God, love this. But when you think about it, you're like, okay, well, but would I really wear it every single day? Probably not. Ditch those pieces. That's why we're keeping it 1 to 2, and we're getting rid of a bunch of other stuff in our wardrobe that just doesn't work. Because you're going to notice too, as you're doing this, that outfit you're putting together, there's going to be pieces where you're like, I can wear it with one outfit, but I probably wouldn't wear it with my other pieces. Get rid of those. Those are just, they're leaving the country, they're leaving the city, they're gone. The next one is to do regular closet cleanouts. Guys, I'm not talking bi-monthly, I'm talking like every couple weeks. Bi-weekly closet cleanouts, where you're like really sifting through pieces that you haven't worn. I think doing this regularly not only makes your closet smaller, especially if you're not buying, but it also helps you to kind of take a good look again at the pieces you notice you're wearing a lot. And then you can build on those curated pieces you're bringing in, knowing those pieces that you're wearing very often. The more involved I get into the fashion side of YouTube and in general, the more I realize how much more appreciative I think you become with a smaller wardrobe. Am I probably ever going to be a person that has a really tiny wardrobe, a very minimal wardrobe? I can't see myself being that person right now, just because I do love playing with my clothes so much, kind of like toys for me. But I can still get my wardrobe a lot smaller than it is now and be very happy. And I'm still on that journey. You guys have heard me talk about that so many times. But do those regular closet cleanouts and really hone in on the pieces that get you excited. And you also hear me talk about this all the time, guys. Your pieces should excite you. When you get dressed, you should feel like you're stepping out and you are a boss bitch. We just take for granted the amount of confidence our clothes can provide us and the difference it can make when we're dressing for ourselves, when we're dressing for our own uniqueness. Number 4, start turning around your hangers. You know, I didn't really think this would work in a bigger wardrobe. I think, you know, I kind of was doubting it. But I did start doing that, and I started pulling pieces that I wasn't wearing, and guess where those pieces went? To the sell and donate piles. So I do think that turning around your hangers to the opposite direction for pieces that you wear and then leaving the other hangers facing toward you is super helpful to kind of really sift through the pieces that you're not wearing as much, because I really think the pieces that you're probably not wearing are pieces you don't love. In some instances, there may be pieces that you're just missing and you're not valuing as much, but a lot of the time I think that the hanger trick works. I tested and true, guys. I've done it. It works. I do like it. I actually need to start again now because I've moved, so that'll be exciting. Last one is going to be controversial, and I feel like at this point you guys know that I think I enjoy some controversial topics. But I think the last one should be to label your style, guys. And I mean, and I don't mean put yourself in a box. That's not what I'm saying at all. Label the style that you think you resonate with the most and build on it. So for instance, I really resonate with alt goth fashion. That's where my wardrobe is headed. That's where I would like to be at 100%. And from that, I kind of build on it. I kind of make up my own genres of fashion. For example, you heard me talk about gothic granny. There are some pieces, like vintage pieces, sweaters, skirts, that are very granny, but I'm never gonna get rid of them. They're colorful, you know, but I love them. I love wearing them. They're comfy, they're cute. There are just certain pieces that are flexible, and labeling your style just helps you hone in on the bulk of what you would like to purchase, the bulk of the curated pieces you'd like to bring in, and the pieces that just aren't working anymore. And as you get further into it, you'll actually be able to kind of branch out and start adding different sub-labels to your main label of fashion. And on that, you're building a very, very unique wardrobe that is special to you and that only you're gonna love and understand. And that's okay. That's what makes it incredible. Once you really, really get into the details of fashion and style and labels, you know, labels are there for a reason. Are they meant to box you? No, I don't think that at all. I really think that they're there to guide you. Use labels as your guide. I'm not against them. And you guys hear me use them all the time on this channel because they're cool. And a lot of my favorite fashion YouTubers, Alexa Sunshine, Lainey Ozark, they really talk about labels a lot. So again, thanks to their inspiration, that is the reason I'm here, by the way. So check them out if you haven't. But thank you guys so much for being here. Thank you for enjoying this caffeine that is clearly working with me, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one on Thursday night. Love you guys. Bye.